Hi guys, and welcome back to MOTOCAPERS. Well, it's that time of the week again. It's Friday afternoon. I've just finished work and it's time to do a bike upgrade to my Super Meteor 650. Beautiful bike, I love it. It's so much fun to ride, but I did want a little bit more noise, and to that effect, they have arrived. In here is our awesome Rhino Racing exhaust kit, complete with dB killers, which I may or may not use. So if you didn't catch it, last week I upgraded the air filter from the stock air filter to the DNA high performance air filter, which lets in about 80% more air into the engine. I noticed that it gave it a really remarkable increase in performance. So I think probably in the range of 20 to 25% boost in performance to a bike that already ran nice. So it runs really beautifully now. And to get the most out of that air filter change, I guess the next logical step is to change the stock exhaust to a high performance sort of straight through exhaust to see what that can give us. So what I'll do prior to getting started, I will get a recording of the sound of the bike at the exhaust pipe with the engine running and the stock exhaust. Then when we go through the process, I will give another sound check for the new Rhino Racing exhaust fitted with the dB killers in place, and then without the dB killers. So without further ado, let's get stuck. So you'll have to excuse the sound of the cicadas in the background. I'm in Australia and it's just on the end of summer now, so the cicadas are still out in force and quite loud. What we'll do now is I'll start the bike up and I will give you an understanding of what the sound is like at the tailpipe with the stock exhaust in place. Mind you, I do have the DNA high performance air filter fitted, and that makes it a bit more throaty than just a standard stock setup. Alright, so this is the sound at the exhaust with the stock system and the DNA air filter. Inside the box here, we've got the two new Rhino Racing exhausts, complete with dB killers. So I'll just put the dB killers down. Alright, and in here, nicely wrapped, the new Rhino Racing exhausts. I think they're probably about 3 or 4 kilos each, no more than that. But they look very well made and they should look fantastic on the bike. So before we get started guys, what I'll do is get the correct side exhaust pipe from Rhino Racing out and remove the plastic wrapping. It looks to be very good stainless steel, so you know, hopefully it will last and look every bit as good as the stock exhaust, if not better. So as you can see, the size is roughly the same, maybe a little shorter than the stock exhaust, and you can also use this same guard on the Rhino Racing exhaust when it goes on, so it really should look quite nice. And just look at that at the end as opposed to the stock, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to the exhaust note that I'm going to get from this new exhaust. So the first thing I have to do guys with a 10mm socket is just remove the old exhaust guard from the stock system, and we'll keep those bolts with the guard because this is going to be reused. And we need a 12mm underneath to loosen up the strap holding on the stock exhaust. And now to loosen up again with a 12mm the bracket holding the stock exhaust to the bike. Right, again we need to retain these bolts because they'll be reused to fit the new exhaust. Right, and like that, the old exhaust is off. So as for weight difference between the stock exhaust and the new Rhino Racing high performance exhaust that I'm going to put on, I'd say there's probably at least 1 to 1.5 kilos difference in weight, with the stock exhaust being much heavier than the new Rhino Racing exhaust. So as you can see there, the stock bracket from the stock exhaust is now bolted onto the side of the Rhino Racing exhaust, and along with that I've taken off the existing or the stock flange or strap that held the exhaust on to the front pipe, and that will be used again with the Rhino Racing exhaust in the new setup. So look, I don't know if I'm doing this technically correctly, but I've got the new joining band or flange retaining strap on the new exhaust. That's slipped over the front pipe, and I've roughly moved the new exhaust into position. I then have to put this attachment back in place as it was, and be able to get the bolt on. So it'll take a little bit of finagling to get it into place, but essentially goes back on the way it came off. Right, we then tighten the bolt holding the exhaust onto the frame. And then tighten the bolts on our retaining flange or retaining strap, and then we'll put the 2 bolts back in our guard, and we'll be good to go. Alright, and just like that guys, we've got our Rhino Racing exhaust fitted with the stock bracket. We've refitted our stock exhaust cover, and we've refitted and retightened the stock flange around the new exhaust. With that, the new exhaust, Rhino Racing exhaust, for the left-hand side of the bike is now fitted correctly. So what we'll do is we'll go through the exact same steps on the other side. Once I've done that, we'll go through and we'll kick the bike over. We'll let it run for at least 10 to 15 minutes with the new exhaust on, because the engine management system is going to have to go through and recalibrate, given that the airflow has changed through the system. That's really important, so if you don't do that, the bike will run rough. Once we get it back on and we let it run for 15 minutes, and the engine management system or the fuel management system recalibrates, the bike should run beautifully, and hopefully we'll have a much nicer, deeper exhaust note. So let's go that far. Alright, as you'll see guys, and no doubt hear by now, that is the Rhino Racing exhaust system put on now on both sides. So now have a listen to the exhaust at the exhaust pipe end after putting on the Rhino Racing exhaust with no dB killers, no dB killers. This is what the exhaust sounds like with the Rhino Racing exhaust system fitted and the dB killers inserted. Alright guys, so that's the Rhino Racing performance exhaust fitted onto the bike. I've run the bike up for 10 to 15 minutes to make sure the fuel management system sort of calculated the new airflow, and I've got to say that the bike sounds absolutely amazing with the new exhaust system on. It sounded nice before with the stock pipes, but these pipes are quite loud. So at the moment I have the dB killers removed because I do like that really deep burble that I get from these new pipes, and in conjunction with the DNA high performance air filter, I think the bike's going to run really, really well. So look, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. I hope you got something out of it. I hope the sound comes out okay. And please like and subscribe to the channel. You know, it costs you nothing, but it really does make a big difference to me. And if you feel like it, head to the links down below that are affiliate links. If you've seen any stuff there that you might want to purchase, I'll get a small kickback, very small. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching MOTOCAPERS. And keep riding, keep having fun, and be safe. See you guys, bye.